Father figure for you there to start the show. Weekend Sport on Trust TV. Adeni G. Shafe. We run through the world of sport for the weekend. It's Euros and it's getting so hot over there in Europe concerning all the teams that are participating. Also in Copa America, they are also fighting for the giant trophy there in the Latin America. Well, we'll be giving you more concerning all this on the show, where the NPFL match day 38 will be coming up. It's wrapping up this weekend. A tough one because some clubs want to stay on, while some right now have been confirmed to relegation. And also, Team Nigeria are doing so well over there in Cameroon, precisely in Douala, where they are competing in the that's Confederation of African Athletics, the Senior Athletics Championship taking place in Douala, Cameroon. For our Team Nigeria, they've started on a good note, and they'll be looking at that also on the show. But right now, let's actually look at the review of the week. We call it week review for two stories that we'll be looking at on the show this hour. Super Sand Eagles to get equal treatment like other national teams. That's Nigerian Football Federation after inaugurating the committee or the subcommittee of the futsal and big soccer for Nigerian Super Sand Eagles. Right now, according to Nigerian Football Federation President Ibrahim Gusso, they will treat them like other national teams, Super Eagles, Super Falcons, Flamingo, and also Falconet. Hopefully that will actually be happening, but we'll be looking at that story quickly alongside Joseph Peter, who is joining us live from Kaduna. Good to have you, Joseph. Okay, while we're waiting for Joseph to actually link up, let's talk about this briefly. For the Super Sand Eagles to get equal treatment, according to NFF, they will do everything possible to make sure we come back to life, because after 5 years of being off from this, beach soccer in the African continent, Super Sand Eagles are back, and they will be competing in the next edition that will be coming up, and hopefully they will do well in that encounter there. Well, for Super Sand Eagles, you should be happy for the fact that NFF have confirmed that they will get equal treatment, just the way Eagles, Falcons, Falconets, Flamingos are also getting it. Also, weekly review, we also look at Super Eagles. Super Eagles drop a point. That's the next story we're looking at now. Week review, Super Eagles drop point in the latest FIFA ranking there. That has to do with the next story that we are looking at. Well, okay, from the way it is right now, the Super Eagles, they have dropped from where they used to be, from 30 position to now 38 in the world right now, standing 5th in Africa. Well, due to the fact that they didn't do so well in the World Cup qualifiers. Against South Africa, it was a draw, and we lost against Benin Republic in Côte d'Ivoire. And those two matches actually did not go well with our latest ranking, where FIFA ranked us 38 right now. Let's look at the top 10 in the world and also top 10 in Africa. Latest FIFA ranking, in the top 10 we have Argentina, France, Belgium, Brazil, they're actually up to 4th position. England are 5th in the world. Portugal, Netherlands, Spain, you have Croatia standing on number 9 position, and Italy standing 10th in the top 10 latest FIFA ranking for the world. And in Africa, that's for CAF, we look at Morocco, they are topping there as number 1, 13th in the world. Senegal, 19th in the world and 2nd in Africa. Egypt are standing 3rd and 36th in the world, while Côte d'Ivoire, they are 37th and 4th, ahead of Nigeria, where we have Nigeria number 5th, while standing 38th in the world there in the latest ranking. Tunisia, Algeria, Cameroon, Mali, and South Africa are making the top 10 in the latest FIFA ranking that was released this week. Well, just to let you have a feel of the week review, two stories that we picked for you there, the Super Sand Eagles and also the Super Eagles latest FIFA ranking there for you. Well, hoping that Joseph Peter can join us so that we can run this together. Well, as we speak concerning that, we quickly go on a short break to let you have a feel of what is happening over there in Cameroon. Team Nigeria are in Douala, competing in different categories of track and field event. We'll be giving you much more after this time out. athletes there. Temitope additional, the high jumper over there in the US, but right now she's with Team Nigeria in Douala. And also we saw Favour of Philly winning a heat that they actually ran yesterday. Well, much more concerning this Confederation of Athletics competition taking place in Douala, where we have Team Nigeria. Right now, the good thing is that we have started on a very good note because we have our own man, that is Chukwuebuka Enekwechi in shot put. He was able to win gold for Nigeria, making it 3 in a row for Nigeria. Now, talking about shot put there, for Enekwechi, he has been able to do this, and for the fact that he has done it 3 times against other nations competing in shot put. Well, right now we're celebrating because in 2018 Nasaba, he did well winning for Nigeria shot put, and he also did well in Mauritius by winning it, and now he has done it in Douala, Cameroon. He actually threw 21.30 to 21.322 to win that particular shot put. Congrats to Chukwuebuka Enekwechi in shot put, getting gold for Nigeria, and also for Nigeria and for Team Nigeria. We are happy for the fact that we are starting on a very good note for Enekwechi. They are giving us that gold in shot put. And also in another field event, we have discus sport for women. We actually won the gold, the silver, and the bronze. 3 in 1 for Team Nigeria. Talking about this, we have our ladies, starting with Ashley Anumba. Ashley Anumba won gold, the one in black, actually winning gold there. She was able to do that for Nigeria because she did well by throwing a high, very, very high one there, 59. She did so well, throwing 59.30 to win this championship gold medal in discus. Another lady that came second, we have Chioma Yekwere there, who fought hard, also able to do well, coming third, while Obiageri was able to come second to win silver. The 3 ladies making us so proud, winning gold, silver, and bronze for Nigeria in discus sport. So right now, we've been able to top the chart so far over there in Cameroon. Team Nigeria are leading the way because we want to dominate just the way we won in Ghana. Nigeria also want to win this competition before they will go to the Olympics. It's going to be at least a precursor to the Olympics, and the rehearsal, according to the Minister of Sport Development, Owan Eno, that Team Nigeria should work hard to make sure they use Douala Cameroon 2024 as a rehearsal for Paris 2024 Olympics coming up in France. Well, good one for Team Nigeria on that particular note. Congrats to all of them that actually won gold, silver, and bronze in shot put and in discus. We really appreciate what they are doing. And for today, about 8 different events will be coming up in the competition there. 100 meters for men and women will be coming up today. We also have 400 meters. And for our old lady, that's our golden girl, Tobia Mushan. She could not run yesterday due to illness. We learned that she's having sore throat. Talking about Tobia Mushan there. Hopefully she will get well. So painful that she will not be able to take that heat for the fact that she needs to defend that race she ran last time in 2018, where she actually did well. But right now, 2022, I beg your pardon, making the second time for her to win. But she wants to go for the third one to meet the likes of Gloria Alozie, who has won it back-to-back 3 times. But for Tobia Mushan right now, the sore throat she's having is actually hampering her from participating so far. That's the update we are getting from the camp of Team Nigeria over there in Douala. Still talking about the focus we are looking at is African Senior Athletics, a championship taking place in Cameroon, and our team are really doing so well right now. We've been there with about 40 athletes competing in track and field events, starting from shot put to discus. Now we're talking about 100 meters for men and women, 400 meters, and other activities that will be coming up today. Well, our team actually, they are battle ready to see how they will do well for Nigeria in this competition. Before we join Joseph Peter, we just let you have some facts and figure in the 23rd Confederation of African Athletics taking place in Douala. This championship that started in 1979 in Dakar, Senegal. Team Nigeria athletes had to compete in 20 events. Nigeria last won the championship in 2012 in Port Novo, Benin Republic. Team Nigeria is the most successful country in the history of the championship, winning 8 times: 1979, 1985, 1988, 1989, 1990, down to 2012. They have also finished second 5 times and third 5 times. The 2018 edition of the African Senior Athletics Championship in Asaba, Nigeria is the most attended with 52 countries and 800 athletes, won by Kenya. 1982 edition hosted by Egypt had the least number of participants, 297 from 80 countries, also won by Kenya. Most successful athletes, we have in men, Algerian Hakim Toumi, 7 gold medals. Women, we have Moroccan Zubido Layoni with 7 gold medals. That will give you some facts and figures and also historical moments in the world of this competition. Confederation of African Athletics Championship all-time medals table between 1979, when it started in Dakar, Senegal, to 2022, the last time it was hosted. We have Nigeria topping there with 160 gold medals, silver 125, bronze 94. We have a total of 379 in all, making us the top. While Kenya, they are second with 154 gold medal and 134 silver, 117 bronze. The total is 405. South Africa at third, Algeria fourth, Morocco, Ethiopia, Senegal, Tunisia, Egypt, and Ghana in that order to make the top all-time medals table for the Confederation of African Athletics. The overall points winner by country, we see our own nation, Nigeria is number 1 there. We've been able to do well. We've been able to top in 8 times, and we came second in 5 times and third also in 5 times. Total 18. South Africa is second. Also, they were able to win in 8 times. They came second in 3 times, third in 2 times, followed by Kenya, Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Senegal, and also Ethiopia. Still looking at the facts and figures in the Confederation. Well, so this time around, the past host nations of this competition, Egypt started, it actually started in Dakar in 1979. That's Senegal. Well, they've hosted it twice. Egypt actually hosted it 3 times, 82, 85, 1990. Benin Republic 2012. Kenya 2010, Congo 2004, Algeria twice, Tunisia 2002, Nigeria 1989 and 2018 in Asaba. Ethiopia hosted in 2008, Senegal 1979 and 1998. Morocco, Mauritius, Cameroon, and South Africa, they've all hosted it twice or even thrice by Mauritius, 1992, 2006 and 2022. Well, also give you some facts and figures concerning the Confederation of African Athletics Championship taking place in Douala, for you to have a feel of what is happening concerning that competition. It is called African Senior Athletics Championship also, just to let you have a feel of that. Well, we've been taking you around the world of athletics as it's taking place in Cameroon. And for Team Nigeria, we have started on a good note, and we hope that they will continue to do well in this competition that will be finishing on 26th of June this year. Well, from there, let's quickly link up with our man in Kaduna. Joseph Peter, are you there? Okay, good to have you, Joseph.
Yeah, I hope you can hear me now.
Yes, we can hear you. So before you join us, it was a wrap of Super Sand. It was a wrap of Super Sand Eagles for the fact that NFF promised that they will get the same treatment that other national teams are getting, and also Super Eagles drop points in ranking, the latest FIFA ranking from 30 now to 38 in the world. And also we've also talked about the African Athletics Championship taking place in Cameroon, where Team Nigeria have started so well. So 3-1 for you to make a wrap.
Yeah, it's a good thing, actually, starting with the Sand Eagles. It's a good thing that motivation is going to be shared equally. I believe a couple of weeks ago, we sat here and talked about how the other sides of the sport also needed to be paid attention to. And the fact that the Federation has suddenly realized is actually a good move. I actually am in support of that, full support of it. It's not like the Super Eagles are giving us joy anyway, so why are they taking everything? So I think other sides too, like the Sand Eagles too, they need their motivation and they need the encouragement that they deserve. And I'm okay with that aspect of development. As for the I believe the ranking of the world ranking that came out, I'd like to specifically speak first on the European ranking. I do not understand why Belgium is there, and I don't know why Spain is so down the pecking order, right? But it's their own it's their decision. They have the metrics, they have whatever it is that they look at. But for me, I wouldn't put England where they are. They will be down the pecking order, and maybe Spain will be up there with Argentina. And as for the athletics Africa athletics game that is happening, it's actually really encouraging. It has been a joy for me as a Nigerian seeing the performance that happened right from the national level up to this stage of the African level where the competition is being held in Cameroon. The fact that Nigeria started well, the fact that we are winning back-to-back gold medal, like in the case of the shot put, and the fact that those two ladies swept the podium as for discus is actually really, really encouraging, and it gives us joy as Nigerians, and we expect them, of course, to go and do much, much better as the competition progresses, and we wish them the very best.
We wish them the very best there. Like we make it 3-1. Well, we talked about Super Saiyan Eagles, Super Eagles FIFA rank, and also Team Nigeria performance in Cameroon taking place there in Douala. For the fact that we are participating in this 23rd edition and we've started well. Congrats to Team Nigeria. Hopefully, we win more medals today. It will last the 26th of this month, and we want to see Nigeria topping there. Well, quickly, we move away from that focus of African athletics. Let's now focus on President's Cup, the one they call Federation's Cup, the oldest cup in Nigeria when it comes to competition. Let's look at our focus now. President's Cup there. Well, from the way it is, just during the week, two teams were able to do well to get to the final of this competition there. Well, Abia Warriors, it's going to be the battle of the Warriors now. El Kanemi Warriors, they were able to edge Kebbi United on penalties, while Abia Warriors also edge Kano Pillars on penalties. Well, the two teams will be facing themselves in the final of the President Federation's Cup for this particular season, and it's a tough order there because the two teams are battle ready. Abia Warriors versus El Kanemi Warriors. Who will win between the two Warriors, Joseph?
Yeah, particularly very excited as per the matchup. If you look at Abia Warriors, they are not the top of the NPFL that just concluded, and El Kanemi Warriors, although they qualified, they were not champions of the National League. So I like the matchup, and I believe it's going to be very, very entertaining. And it has been a great year for El Kanemi Warriors. Looking at how they've come far, how far they've come, how they have been able to qualify to the Nigerian Premier League, and how good their sport minister has been doing. A lot of great positive feedback from that aspect concerning the sports ministry in Maiduguri. There, they've been good, and they've encouraged the team to come this far, to have made it to this Presidential Cup final. And I wish them the very best, in as much as I do not think that they can defeat Abia Warriors, who have been not exactly good, but considering the level at which they are in the NPFL, you may want to tilt towards them to be the champions. But then if you look at it, you see that even the NPFL clubs that that we have now were part of this competition and couldn't make it to this final. The most recent example, of course, being Kano Pillars, who were edged out on penalties. So it's really a balanced competition so far, and I believe it's going to be an entertaining final. And I wish any of the team all the best. I do not have a particular preferential team here. I just want good football to be played, good officiating. Let the atmosphere be very, very great for Nigerians to enjoy.
Well, talking about this match, the one we are seeing right now, it also ended in penalty. Abia Warriors versus Kano Pillars in Lafia Township Stadium there. Looking at that penalty shootout, Joseph, both matches ended in penalty shootouts, and it was like the four teams were ready. They were really ready for this particular game. Kebbi United, Kanemi, Abia Warriors, that is one we are seeing right now against Kano Pillars, also ended in penalty shootout before Abia Warriors were able to win that encounter. It means any team could actually make it to the final because they fought hard to play penalty shootouts.
Yeah, any team could have made it to the final. If you look at the competition closely, you will notice that right from even the previous stage before the semi-finals, there was lots of penalty kicks. The game ending in a stalemate and then getting to penalties, and then a particular team winning. KB United got to this stage with penalties. I think they played the game. It should be at Kano. I think they played at Kano and won on penalties. The same thing goes for El Kanemi Warriors. At some stage, they played on penalties and they were able to qualify. It could have been any of these things, right? But before the game, you might want to think that okay, Kano Pillars should be winning against Abia Warriors, even though they did not have the best year. And if you look at El Kanemi, you won't believe that okay, they should have won their last game against their last game, but they made it through the penalty, and here we are. I just don't know. I don't want the final to be like that. I want it to be entertaining with a lot of goals. Let it be a worthy final, not something that somebody just picks out of luck. But this is football. You cannot dictate football. Football always happens.
Okay, well, a big one there that has to do with Abia Warriors as Kano Pillars ended in favor of Abia Warriors being able to win on penalty shootout against Kano Pillars. What a tough match. Also, KB United were edged out on penalty by El Kanemi Warriors. So the two Warrior team will be meeting in Abuja. For the first time, the President Federation's Cup will play in the FCT, and that will be coming up next Saturday. A big match coming up there between Abia Warriors and El Kanemi Warriors. Well, let the best team win. And also the women too, we have in their own. It's also a big battle coming up in the semi-final before they'll be playing in the final of the President's Cup. We've been focusing on that, and now we digress a bit. This time around, we go straight down to the senior men, the NPFL. The last gap of the NPFL match day 38 will be coming up this weekend. And let's quickly look at the fixtures of those games alongside Joseph Peter. Those games will be coming up. Let's look at it. The fixtures for this weekend: Aqua United against Rivers United, battle of the South team there. Bende Insurance Bayelsa United, Doma United, Abia Warriors, Eyimba Plateau United, Gombe, Enugu Rangers. The winner of the league, well, it's just a make-up match for them. Kano Pillars, Lobi Stars, Kwara United, Heartland of Owerri, Niger Tornadoes against Sunshine Stars, Remo Stars at home against Katsina United, while Sporting Lagos, they will be going sporty against Shooting Stars of Ibadan over there in Ibadan, your state. Well, these are the fixtures. And Joseph, it seems some teams will be trying to see how they can get off relegation zone, even though we know that some are already confirmed. You can have the table so that could make it much more understandable by people that are actually watching there. Well, for the table, you look at Heartland and Gombe confirmed to have been relegated. But for Doma United, how would they do it to score 16 goals? That is, Sporting Lagos are able to get a draw from the way it is. It's a tough one, a very, very tough one there. Joseph, your team, Doma United, what's happening?
It's really, really unfortunate. Everything went wrong from the middle of the season. The second stanza of the season wasn't really a great time for Doma United. It has been a slide from the grass to grass for Doma United. It wasn't expected. A lot of issues coming out from the camp. The coach resigning recently, even before the league ends, and the players, refusing, saying they will refuse to play, or threatening to refuse to play if they've not been paid. If they don't get paid their 6 months salary or 3 months salary. I can't really remember the figures right now, but it hasn't really been a great year for at the end for Doma United. Even though they started well, at some point we're looking at Doma, swapping one of the fourth places with other teams and dragging it with them. Everybody thinking, okay, this thing, like, they are going to compliment on what they did the last season, but then it really didn't turn out the way we all expected it to turn out, and it's very, very sad to see Doma, who were once upon a time fourth, even third on the log, now about to be relegated. Because for me, this is an impossible task. You can't score 16 goals against any club. It's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen, and the permutations is not going to happen. They've lost. They shouldn't have lost their last game. I don't know how come they lost their last game, losing 2-0 at home also. It's just pathetic. I don't know what's happening, but something is definitely wrong at Doma that need fixing. But for now, that fixing would have to be done, unfortunately, in the second tier of the Nigerian league, which is very, very unfortunate. As for that, I do not really see anything, competitive, considering the fact that Enugu Rangers are already champions. Maybe those that are trying the last spot of that's remaining for for relegation is already taken up by Doma. As far as I'm concerned, they are going down. So really, it's just the club's not playing for pride, and playing just to conclude the league. But the league, everything about it, I feel like it's really over right now.
Well, a big one coming up this weekend because some teams really don't want to be relegated. I'm sure Sporting Lagos playing away to Shooting Stars. I still don't know how they will climb up. That match is going to be a tough one for them. And also Aqua United, both of them just have to tighten up because Doma too will not want to give up. They want to see if they can win, maybe by 17 goals. They have a minus 16 there. I still don't know how they will do it. Seriously. Mathematically, it's a tough one for them. And the other team, go ahead.
It's not doable. It's not doable at all. It's not possible. They can't score 16 goals in their next game. It's not possible. It's just they're going to try, but even they believe, even the players know that it's not going to happen. They know that they are going down already. And maybe Sporting Lagos are the ones that need to put all their energy and put all their efforts in making sure they stay up. They have a better chance at doing that, but I really do not see Doma scoring any 16 goals. They can't even score 3, if you ask me. Talk more of 16 goals. So I think it's over for them.
Well, now, going back to that table, if you look at it, Aqua United and Sporting Lagos is a tough one because both of them are on 46 points. Although Aqua on that goal difference of 0, but for Sporting -4. If both of them should win, just in case, probability, if Sporting should win away against Shooting Stars and Aqua United also win at home, that will be 49-49. So it's still not safe for them, one way or the other. One of them just have to drop with maybe alongside Doma.
Yeah. One of them actually has to drop alongside Doma. And if you look at it very well, you would want to tilt towards Aqua United staying up, right? Because they have better chances. As you can see, their goal difference is 0. They are not being held there. But for Sporting, it's really not going to be easy. But still, they stand a chance because if they can win away and Aqua gets to lose or even draw, that gives them a chance to stay up. So they have the opportunity to actually work it and get to earn it. But so that's as far as they can get. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy at all.
It's not safe for Kwara United down to even from Kano Pillars down because if those guys should score well, a lot of goals, let's assume 4 goals, and they need to get to 49, that could spell a doom for other teams too.
Yeah, I agree with you. But what's the possibility? What's the percentage chance of that happening? It is really very, very rare. It's not really possible for that to be pulled up. I know that it's easy to look at the table and say, okay, this is possible and that is possible. But these are teams that know their conditions and they are willing to stay up, and they are big teams. The teams that you counted right from that particular level of the table are all big teams that will definitely stay up. For me, it's simple. Doma and Sporting are going down. It's just simple as that for me.
Anyway, let's see. Maybe you don't need to count our eggs first. Let's just see what's going to happen this weekend. A big war there. Matches coming up. Simultaneously, they will play this game in the NPFL match day 38. The one wrapping up the league for this season. For Rangers International, they've actually won the league and they are celebrating for the fact that they've been able to fly high as an antelope. They call them flying antelope, and congrats to Rangers International. They applied their trade at the Cathedral, and now their coach Fidelis Electrical celebrating for being able to do that in the NPFL 2023-2024. We've been focusing on our own league, and now we have to cross over to the Euros, UEFA Euros 2024. For this week, it has been a roller coaster for some teams, some nations, why some are really, really struggling. Well, let's look at that focus UEFA Euro 2024. Well, a big one there happening. First of all, let's start with the results of games played yesterday. Well, we have the likes of Poland against Austria. Austria, they were able to defeat Poland 3-1, courtesy of Grotrona, Bob Gartner, and also Natovic scoring that penalty to make it 3-1 in favor of Austria. While Poland put one back, courtesy of Pertek, who scored in the 38th minute. For Netherlands versus France, it was a goalless. Although that was a controversial goal score there that was not approved by the ref. A lot of people are saying that goal should have actually stand, while some are saying no, it's an offside. Well, we'll talk about it briefly. And Ukraine defeated Slovakia 2-1. Shaparenko and Yaremchuk scoring those goals, while France was able to put one back for Slovakia in those games that were played yesterday in Group D and in Group E. Joseph, you look at Austria. Austria seems to be very hot right now. Ragnick performing some wonders with that team.
Yeah, it's good for Ralf Ragnick. The way he set up his team is really nice. And if you look at their first game, and you'd see you would have the vibe that they can actually pull it off, qualify from this particular group. And it's going to be difficult for them, considering their last game is going to be against Netherlands, who are also not, who have also been, good kind of in this competition. And it's a very difficult group, really. You look at this group, and the only team you probably want to tilt towards qualifying, straight away would be France. Why? Because they are playing Poland, who were not able to, get a point so far in this competition. And even though they have the almighty Lewandowski, who of course is at his late 30s into 40s, so you wouldn't expect, a lot from him. But still, they should have at least gotten a point from that game yesterday. They were the one that scored first. They were in control of the game until at some point, they lost it. And Austria was able to come back and, get, okay, Austria scored, they equalized, and they were looking good until, Austria came in again with another goal, and the penalty also from Anatovic was able to, kill the game for them. Then, if you look at the game between France and Netherlands, you would notice that France made Netherlands look a bit, better than they actually are. Because I don't like the way the French coach set up yesterday, in the sense that he had 3 defensive midfielders in that particular game, in the person of N'Golo Kante, Adrien Rabiot, and Chomani. You cannot, include 3 defensive midfielders in your team and expect, fluidity. The same thing happening with England. The same thing happening with, France. But then I do not worry too much about France, because subsequently in their recent competition, you will notice that when France are playing or when France are competing, they usually start small and then they grow on an upward trajectory into the competition, and sometimes even get to win the competition. So we all know that for the French coach, it's not really about entertaining. It's not all about entertaining. It's all about getting the results and winning matches. And that he has been able to do so far with 4 points and a better matchup against Poland to be able to defeat them and qualify to the next round. The only worry for me is Netherlands. They are about to face a very compact and a set up Austrian team with Anatovic doing.
Okay, well, Joseph, there, well, we're talking about the Euros, what's happening there. For France versus Netherlands, a match that saw a goalless draw there. It was a tough one because the goal was scored, but it was actually ruled out by VAR according to the ref. And a lot of pundits are saying, well, that goal should have counted. After all, the player at the back did not move an inch. Well, that football, well, maybe it will now count against France later and this competition. A tough one for Netherlands. They were almost getting it done against the French Les Bleus there. Well, talking about Euro 2024, let's look at the fixtures for today. Matches will be coming up in the Euro 2024. Georgia against Czech Republic, the Georgian team with special names. Amashashvili, Kvaratskhelia, all those names are in that squad. Belgium against Romania. Well, for Belgium, well, despite the fact that they have array of stars. This particular competition, they've not been able to come up, but maybe they will pick up today. Their last game, the game they played last, it wasn't too exciting. For Turkey against Portugal, that's a tough match also to see who will be winning that game between Portugal and Turkey. You know how Turkey's team always plays so compact. You won't single out a particular player as the lead, but they will all play together as a team against Portugal, where we have Cristiano Ronaldo. Is a match to watch tonight. Those are the games slated for tonight in the UEFA Euro 2024. Joseph, let's start with Georgia. Georgia, well, like I mentioned, they have all the longest names in this tournament. At least, let's see what they'll be doing today. Do you see them winning at all?
I watched the Georgian team last time, and they were actually good. I thought about it. I was like, okay, this country, how many people do they even have? And they are producing good footballers, in the persons of Gravashalia and what have you. They were playing well. Their setup was fine from defense to midfield to attack, even though they didn't get the results that they needed or that they wanted. But the setup was actually good, and they did well. So I expect them to actually, play good football in this game. I don't know if they are going to win. I don't want to tilt towards them to win, but because they are underdogs, right? In this group, they are underdogs. So we'll just watch it and enjoy that game and see what happens.
Now, when we're talking about Czech Republic versus Georgia, let's switch to Belgium, Romania. Romania against Belgium. You expect Belgium to win this, but that's not how football is being played. If you underrate Romania, you're at your own risk. So for Belgium, they've not really been at their best, even though the last game they played, they fought hard, where VAR had to rule out about 2 goals from Lukaku. So, are you seeing them getting it right in this game against Romania?
Really, I'm not seeing them getting anything right. If the coach does not change the setup of that team, he must not repeat what he did last time by playing Trossard and Carrasco in the same game. If he does that, they are going down the drain. And sometimes these coaches can be so stubborn. Look at the English coach. He's always playing Trent Alexander-Arnold, but not to go to that side. I'm just citing it as an example. He has to set up this team properly if they are to get any result against Romania. And let's not forget that Romania is not just a right? They are good. They are also good, and their setup is almost the same thing as that of the Austrian team that we just finished talking about. So really, it's not going to be an easy game that everyone thought it was. We all thought it was an easy game when Belgium took on Czech Republic. But look what happened, right? So I hope they have learned their lesson, and I hope they are ready to represent that FIFA ranking that they have been given, because I really do not see how they got it there or how they got there. But then they really have to produce on the pitch with all the stars. They really need to put the right players in the right places to actually get the right effect. If you have 10 Messi, you don't know how to play those 10 Messi. You would obviously lose the football game, because football is not an individual game. Football is a game of a squad, a team game. All right. So if it's a team game, then teamwork is important. And when the team is not exactly, picked right, then there's definitely bound to be deficiencies. And that's what we are seeing from both the Belgian and the English team. So I really hope that they have, the coach has the courage to drop who he needs to drop and play who he needs to play for them to get the right result. Because they are being considered as one of the favorites by many, but not by me.
Portugal versus Turkey is another big match coming up tonight. Where do you stand? Portugal or you are with Turkey?
Somebody was talking about this game and he was like, okay, Portugal, Ronaldo, this, that. Yeah, there's Ronaldo, there's Bernardo Silva, Leao, a lot of superstars there. But they found it difficult in their last game. And it wasn't so easy. They were next to lucky to have Conceição come in and get the goal for them to actually win that game. I don't understand the setup of playing Bernardo Silva on the flank either. I don't know why he's doing that, because you have a 40 years or almost a 40 years old striker who can score goals. We all know Ronaldo can score goals with the right supply. Leao, who is on the right, is always taking an extra touch or, crossing the ball when he's not supposed to cross it and shooting when he's not supposed to shoot. As for Bernardo Silva, he's a playmaker. Of course, if you play him on the flank, he will drift into the midfield. So there was not enough service coming in for Ronaldo to actually do what we all know Ronaldo can do, even though he's in his old age. But we see him do it every other week in Saudi Arabia, right? So let him get the right service. And with the right service, I believe that Portugal would go far and even maybe compete for this competition. But if this some of these things are not fixed, it will just be a stalemate like it has been. It will be very difficult to get goals like it has been for them. But I'm sure that the coach is smart and will do the right thing and play the right players in the right places. I don't know why I'm being like a coach today. I'm sounding like I can coach better than all these coaches.
Anyway, that's football. At times you just wish your team wins. Well, we've been talking about UEFA Euro 2024 matches on today. Portugal, Turkey. You have Belgium facing Romania and Czech Republic. They will be battling against Georgia. Those are the games slated for today, this Saturday of 22nd of June 2024. Well, right now, let's touch briefly on the Copa America. Copa America also is ongoing over there in the continent of the Latinos. Well, games have been played. We saw that against Canada in their first game. A good one for the team there. That's Argentine team. They are all trying to see how they can do well. Though matches will be coming up also today. Peru will be playing in their own game. Well, for that Copa America, a lot of football pundits are also already tipping maybe Brazil, Argentina, and maybe one or other countries. Always between them, kind of, or maybe this time around, Chile could actually speak of surprises. Who are you tipping to win Copa America?
I'm not going to stress myself. I'll just calm down and go straight with Argentina. I mean, they look very, very fantastic. They created a lot of chances in their last game. If they had taken their chances, it would have been maybe 5-6 nil. So I'm not going to stress myself. Brazil is full of stars, but without the right mentality. You have the players like Richarlison who think they are the best in the world, but are not really producing anything in that team. You look at the Brazilian team now, and you really do not see quality. All you hear is noise, noise. So I'm not going to go to that side. Definitely, at some point in that competition, they will be edge out. Trust me, I can bet on anybody on that. At some point in this competition, Brazil will be removed or knocked out on that competition. But Argentina is the real deal. So I'll tilt towards Argentina.
Well, we just had a good one with Joseph Peter there. I want to appreciate your time with us, Joseph. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Okay, good one. Before we go, let's just run through some stories for you concerning AFCON 2025. CAF, Confederation of African Football, came up with that particular verdict yesterday that it's going to be shifted, and it's going to be in 2025, starting from December till January 2026. So it will span between 2025 and 2026, December 2025 and January 2026. They're talking about CAF competition there in the AFCON 2025 that will be coming up in Morocco. Well, that's CAF trying to see how they can make sure African nations get the best time to play this particular tournament there. We'll also talk about Michael Olise. Well, news have it that he could be joining Bayern Munich because of the fact that right now he prefers to join Bayern there in that Bundesliga. He would prefer to go there, even though Chelsea had been pursuing. But right now, the young man will be pitching his tent with the Bavarians to see how he can play Champions League next season. That's for Michael Olise, a player of Crystal Palace. Well, we've taken you through some stories in the world of sport from Team Nigeria participating over there in Douala, Cameroon, in the Confederation of African Athletics Championship, where they've been able to win about 2 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze in shot put and discus. We also talk about the Super Eagles dropping point in FIFA ranking. Super Sand Eagles getting the same preferential treatment, no, not from other teams also, but all the teams that we have in Nigeria alongside Super Sand Eagles now. Good one coming from NFF, and we talk about the UEFA, the CONCACAF, CONBAL Copa America. Not forgetting the fact that NPFL match day 38 is coming up this weekend. All this together for you on the show, Weekend Sport. We want to thank you for staying with us on the show, but I will leave you with this. It's actually a very comical expression of football. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.